earlier on today, we put a smile on some mothers at the Malamata market by kind courtesy on app. Now, I want to share with you what I've always harbored in my heart. I probably have not had the a good opportunity to actually share this one. Today, I would want to share that with you as we celebrate mothers. She's so special to me. I haven't really made it profound to her before. But today I want to seize the opportunity because that is the very reason why she honored this invitation to tell her that I love her like my own. I love her like a mother. She's irreplaceable. You won't, it might not really make sense to you, but in my heart, she's my mother. It doesn't have to be the one who really squeezed me out of her. Small notes, you know. But I love her to the core, and she's never disowned me. She's always shown me, she's always flaunted me, and I'm always proud of that. And today, I also have the opportunity to tell her that, Mama, I love you so much. I love you. Thank you so much for being there for me.
Thank you. You got me there, though.
I did.
You did.
Thank you.
Yes, you got me there.
Well, so now I want to do the official introduction. She is the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Creative Arts and Culture, Mrs. Abla Gofa Jima. Oh, did I? When you get emotional, sometimes, yes, they do come up. So I am not talking to her in her capacity as the minister. I'll start the conversation talking to her as my mother. She should share some moments. For the years that she's known me, how have I performed as a daughter? This one is, I have the upper hand to assess my mother.
Well, thank you very much for this surprise of wanting to tell me on air that you love me, and I love you back.
Thank you.
And hello to your viewers. You know, and you said it rightly, it's not only the ones that you biologically bring into the world that are your children. Anybody who is willing to receive correction from you with appreciation is your child. Anybody who allows him or herself to be nurtured by you is your child. Anybody who looks at something that you do and want to do it also is your child. So in that regard, I think you are one of my favorite children.
Thank you.
Because you are, yes, because you are willing to. I mean, if you do, you know that if you do the right thing, I applaud you. And if I think this didn't go too well, you take it in good faith. I mean, I don't expect you to always agree with me, but for the most part, you take it in good faith, and you're willing to learn all the time. And I mean, together, hopefully, we'll make the world a better place. Ultimately, that's what it is. So.
I'm sure somebody sitting there is wondering, okay, so what's her moment of her too as a mother? If you have Auntie Jifa, Jifa Gomashi, as your mother, you've got to be yourself upright. Not upright as a saint, no, but you've got to have that skin that can absorb discipline. Because if your skin can't take discipline, then you just can't be around her. And sometimes I feel you intimidate, but I've got to really try hard not to feel intimidated. So I am able to disagree.
But I also feel intimidated in the presence of people I look up to. So it's okay. Yes. I mean, when I'm in your presence, or when you are in my presence, I probably intimidate you. Wait till I see Professor A.C. Sutherland, Professor Kosi Adumakwampofu, well, the late Afoko Jumagbe, Mr. Kunudake. Let me be in the presence of Mrs. Sahun Belahun. Everybody needs somebody they look up to. Somebody who makes you think, am I doing the right thing? It does not have to be your biological parents.
Exactly.
Only.
It doesn't have
I mean, even when I'm dressing up, I'm thinking, what will my father say? Even today. Even I mean, at this age, I still wonder, what will my parents say? I mean, bless my mother's heart, she's gone now to be with God. But you need people around you who help you stay on track. Everybody needs that.
It's important.
Yes, it's
it
important.
Really
you live in a society, and the society has its the tenets that you must live by. You can't live as if, I mean, you have freedom, yes, but so what? Your freedom means that you come right now, just get up from here and sit on my nose.
Yeah.
Your freedom doesn't allow you to do that, you know. So that's what it is.
Like it seems to be happening these days, though. Well, it probably enough with between us. Let's now talk to you as deputy minister. You mother a whole industry. Okay, so don't let me even give you examples. If somebody like Shatawale is a son, you have Sakodi as a son. You have Lydia Foster, who is lately, I'm sure, giving you so much work to do.
Not really, not really.
Well.
You see, she went to St. Louis Secondary School, which is the same school that I went to.
Yeah.
And in St. Louis Secondary School, they teach you to speak your mind. So she's not giving me any headaches at all.
Ah, good to know.
She's not.
Well, but you see, all these, I would call it potpourri of characters, all put into one industry that you have to mother. Musicians, actors, comedians, drama, you know, all poets, all of them come together, and you've got to mother them. Some would come to you close, some would stay afar and still give their comments as if they've been close and it didn't really happen. How has the experience been like?
The experience has just been like it is with my personal family. I was born into a family of 10.
Okay.
My parents and my siblings all together are 10.
Yeah.
And I don't think we are all the same. So it's the same attitude I have towards life.
Yeah.
That for some of the industry players,
Yes.
they are my children. For others, they are my nieces and nephews.
Okay.
So I choose carefully who. I mean, the way I talk to you, or talk to Lydia, or talk to Nana Sase, or talk to George Quay, or Becca. It's not the same as those who are not really close to me.
Okay.
So you just learn to choose your turf and choose your battlegrounds carefully before you speak to some of your children.
But sometimes you do have some of them who make it seem as if your position it's got to be there for everybody, equal rights, and but yet they don't really come to you as such. They come with that attitude that is very difficult to really, you know, mold into terrain, but yet you have to.
You know, I'm sure that for the ones who started this whole industry before I came into it, I'm sure they will tell you every now and again, Jafar was a difficult child to handle. So I'm sitting here thinking, why am I expecting anything different? There are people who perhaps have not read what the mandate of the ministry is, and think that I should be producing something or doing one thing or the other. It's okay to even assume that I should do it, but if you don't come across, so we talk about it, then I can only leave you to conjecture till I have the opportunity to explain to you what I'm supposed to be doing. Based on that, you can now then judge me, you know. So, by the way, first of all, you can't even expect me to be like the deputy minister for, say, health, or say agric, or education, because our ministry is a new one. There's never been a Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts.
All put in one.
There's never been that. And the sector, the creative arts sector, has never really had a home in the true sense of the word. It's the first time we have one. And I mean, not to sound rude to anybody, but there's no school that teaches you how to be a minister. There's a school that teaches you to be a manager of a sort, a creative artist, a poet. I mean, you know, all the other professions are there that you go to learn about. So, I mean, what yardstick are you using to measure me now and asking whether I'm doing the right thing or I'm not doing the right thing? I know what what contract I've signed with government, so that's what it is. But I mean, even if someone is expecting anything other than what I'm doing, it's only because we've been staffed for so long. We are all anxious. That's what it is. And I feel that I grew up in this industry, so I feel their pain. So that's
we have a lot more I'd want to share, you to share with us actually. But for now, I want us to just take a quick breather here and acknowledge some support from some other companies who are making this possible. You're welcome back. You're still with us here on the white carpet. We have the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. Baboom. She's still here with us, sharing moments, mother moments with us here on the white carpet, the special edition made possible by Onga and Mama's Helping Hand. And the moment I said Mama's Helping Hand, I almost said Mama's Kitchen. Okay, Auntie Jiffy, so growing up, what do you remember of your mom of pleasant memory?
Oh dear. I mean, this is going to be challenging to keep my emotions in control, talking about my mother.
Please do that for us today.
Well, you introduced me as being a disciplinarian, so you know where I inherited that from. Even pepper, you had to grind it to a certain texture before my mother would use it.
Were you using the stone?
The stone, yes, yes. The stone, you had to grind it on that stone, and you had to get the texture right for her to do her soup with. So she taught me from academics, I mean from calculating, reading, speaking English correctly. Mama, what did she teach me? She taught me how to make kenke, how to roast gari to take to school.
Yeah.
She made me do my own shito to take to secondary school as well. You couldn't go out with your dress in with creases in them. It has to be well ironed.
Pressed.
Yes, because
with a box iron.
Naka. I will no. You know. She made me aware that her father was educated, and so she too was educated. And the fact that she chose to sell in the Medina market did not mean take anything away from her. Yeah. It only meant that
so you're a Medina girl.
Yes, when my parents retired from the army in the early 70s, we went to live in Medina.
Okay.
Yes, and she also taught me to pray. She also taught me to ask always for God to plant my feet on higher ground.
That's powerful.
Yes, she made a very conscious effort to make us join societies where we were taught how to pray and how to meditate and how to stay focused on a goal and pray without ceasing till you achieve it.
Yeah.
So my mother was just she was the commander-in-chief in the house. Oh, Mama, wherever you are. She was my friend too. She was my friend too, for the most part. But I will say that I may have been a very difficult child for anyone to raise. And for her to have brought me up thus far, she did a good job before she packed off.
I can imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
She did a good job.
Yeah.
You could not walk and shuffle your feet when my mother was in the house. You had to pick your feet off the ground.
No matter what you're wearing.
Because she didn't want to hear you walking. There's 8 of us, so if all of you are walking like that, she can't think. So you had to walk carefully and sit properly and talk with saying please. Walk into a room and see people sitting down, you must greet.
Yeah.
You know, just the basic things that defines us as a people. What makes us uniquely Ghanaian, you know. She ensured that she imbibed that in me.
Okay. Yeah. We're still talking to Auntie Jiffy right here on the white carpet, but
they
you
don't
can
know
also
me as Auntie Jiffy.
I got carried away.
That's your own special name for me.
Yeah. Okay, so you still with us, Deputy Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Mrs. Jifa Gomashi Afaglu. here with us on the white carpet. But you can also share moments of your mom with us here on the white carpet. The number is 0267844024. Quickly drop a text, WhatsApp to us. What best moment you have of your mother? It could be video. We'll share that here. Quickly share with us here and be part of what is happening, because ONGA and FC is making it so special for you. Mother's Day special edition on the white carpet today. So why don't you want to be part and take up your parcel for your mother from ONGA? Yes, but let me come to you, Auntie. Okay, I'm confused.
No, you're not.
I don't want to say Auntie
No,
Jiffy.
from the audience to me, it's Auntie Jiffy,
Yeah,
fine.
Auntie Jiffy, okay. These days we have a crop of mothers who, because of career, have kind of sidelined their core responsibility as mothers, and career kind of comes first before motherhood. How can we manage that? How can
No, that's just a choice people have made. And to some extent, it's an excuse. You know, there are people whose parents never went to school, but they were farmers. It was an occupation. You are a banker, it's an occupation. But those who went to the market and walked miles on end and made sure, and they were not educated, and made sure their children became, name them in this country. Did they sacrifice anything? You know, so.
But you see, these days, the trend is pretty different. There are so many activities that engage you. You go to work and it's not intentional, but you realize that even when you have closed at 3 and you could make it home in time in those days, these days it's not so, because there's so much traffic than there was in the previous time.
See, perhaps for a short distance you have traffic, but those women who went to the farm, they walked for miles. It may not have been traffic, but it was same time. All right. I think that life is about choices. You have to make some choices, knowing what your situation is. I'm not saying that one size should fit all. I'm not saying every woman has the same kind of issue to deal with. But I do know that when I was in the University of Ghana, I was producing by the far side. I was a mother, I was a wife.
Yeah.
I managed it because I made some choices that made it easy.
Okay.
I know I have to cook before I go for a 7:30 lecture.
Yeah.
So the evening before the 7:30 lecture, I put some things in order before. And I've never had a maid. I still don't have a maid. You know that. You've been to, you come to the house, so you know. So you have to look at your own peculiar situation and try to figure out how best to manage your time. What is most important now in your life when you have children who need to be dropped off at school? If I have the luxury of just sitting at home and reading a good book, it's only because I don't have to rush any child to school now, because I'm on retirement in that field.
In that corner, yeah.
Right. But for you, for example, where you are concerned, you know you don't have that luxury of time to do that.
Yeah.
So if I can indulge for maybe 2 hours straight reading a good book, perhaps you need to read like 30 minutes. Drop it and put your things in order, and then catch up when you can. You see? So I think that we shouldn't be making excuses and leave parenting of our children to our maid servants or our house helps these days, we call them, and gadgets. You know, we will lose out when the children grow up. You can't correct them when they've already learned the things that you don't know yourself. Yeah. You know, so you put yourself in a situation where they are young, you are in trouble. They are growing, you are in trouble. They grow, you are in trouble.
Yeah. Whichever stage you find some trouble there.
So you have to figure out, what do you want your children to learn? What do you want them to know? You have to teach that to them. Yeah. You have to impart that. You can't leave that for the teachers in the school only, and I mean, the teachers teach academic things. Your role is to teach them about life. You see, so you have to try and make some time to have some quality time and engage with your children more. You can't use the excuse of it's a busy life. You made that choice. You see,
Yeah.
I made a choice to look for money early so that I can retire early.
Yeah.
So I had that eatery, I had this, I had that, I had that. But I did not sacrifice raising my child because I was busy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was
Jiffy,
planning.
we'll let you go soon, but let's share with our viewers also. Last night we had a few people and our guests on the white carpet who shared moments of their mothers with us here. Let's quickly take a watch that. Right, so you are so glued to your set with us here on the white carpet. And quickly, let me announce the phone number so you can, in addition to sending your WhatsApp messages, also make the call. So you already have it on your screen. The number is 0302 211 698, or you can also turn the 8 to make it 9. So quickly, drop us a call and share a moment of your mom with us here on the white carpet and win a parcel for her also, a hamper from Onga products. And also you can also share wish us something. Oh, the lines are ringing already. You won't give us a breather. Okay, so let's see who our first caller is, and but I really, really hope that it is a woman. I don't understand why sometimes when you open the phone lines, the men get a chance to be the first callers. Auntie Jiffy, okay, so if you had to create a world for young mothers, what kind of a world would you create for them? What advice would you put in there for them?
I think that what we need really is support. Young mothers need support. Grandmothers are not the kind of grandmothers we used to have anymore.
We have funky grandmothers these days.
See, we have funky grandmothers and funky grandmothers who also have their groove going on and they have their own activities and so on. Yeah. So I would think that support would be what I'll create for young mothers, and also to break down those barriers where you can't share some things, you can't ask questions. If you don't have someone you can call a mother who is not really your mother, who you can bounce things off. I mean, I think that we need more social networks like that for young mothers to help them face each day.
Okay, so we have George on the line. Hello, George. Thanks so much for calling in onto White Carpet.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Yes, George.
Please, I would like to wish my mom a happy Mother's Day. And to my sister.
Your mom knows you, but we do not. We would also want to know your mom. Who is your mom?
My mom, Ernestina Yaba.
Ernestina Yaba, okay.
Yes, please.
Yes. Right, George. And so lucky you won your mom a hamper from Onga. So when are you picking it up? I need you to pick it up very, very early so you can enjoy some soup from mommy, right?
Okay.
All right, so please don't go yet. Just talk to my producer and leave your details so it's easy to pick up your hamper. Right. Sorry for cutting.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Yes. So
yeah, I think that the social network of family members who are available to support you and so on. There are people who are transferred to communities that's far from their hometowns or where they grew up, and they go into another community and they don't find support for their children. So they'll leave them with other people and so on. So that would have been my concern.
Okay. I have a message here for you that's coming from Mrs. Sadat from Pon. She actually is a regular viewer. And she says that, Auntie Jifa, you are a true mom. May Allah bless you.
Thank you, Mom, and happy Mother's Day to yourself, and thank you very much.
Mrs. Sadat, she wants me to also wish your mom, Mrs. Comfort Agbesi, she's in Adudome, a happy Mother's Day. Mrs. Sadat, that's going to your mom. Okay, so yes, mommy has heard you. Okay.
Yes, I was just going to say that I've had some amazing women in this country who some of them don't even know that I was trying to follow in their footsteps,
I see.
and learning from them and aspiring to dare to reach where they have. I want to give what is it that you all say? Shout out, eh?
Shout out. No, you
Right.
can even make it shell out. But before you do shell out, I have a phone.
I didn't think I was going to try that though. Go ahead.
Okay, so thank you. Hi, Fatal. You calling all the way from Bunkrugu, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for calling.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you very much. So how's your program?
Thank you.
Yeah, we're enjoying the program, and we will tell you to keep it up.
Thank you. Aren't you
Yeah,
wishing your mom a happy Mother's Day?
Thank you very much. That is it.
Right.
I called to say my mom to wish her a very happy Mother's Day. But it's unfortunate I lost my father, but for my mom, is still alive. So I called to just wish her a happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so much, Fatal.
Thank you. And I'm greeting my people to all the way from Tumu, Upper West.
All right, thank you, Fatal. Let me also quickly move to Wager. Hello, thank you so much for calling us.
Hello.
The first woman to call through.
Hello.
No, am I hearing right?
It's a male, not
Richard. Oh, Charlie, Richard, forgive me. I'm eager for a woman. Thanks for calling, Richard.
Mine goes to my grandmom, though I wish my mom
Okay.
a happy Mother's Day, but the biggest goes to my grandmom. We have 4 boys and 2 girls. And my grandmom raised us up from Ashtown, Kumasi. Her name is Afra Kuma. She is popularly known as Afra Kuma.
Okay.
And the house that we were living in, those days, that was the gang house in Kumasi or Ashanti region. But she trained us in such a way that no one was able to even learn how to smoke or drink. And we were living in the house that, these things were common. And now people see us and everybody is like, hey, Auntie Afrakma, why are you?
Auntie Afrakma, why are you?
So, by God's grace, all of us are doing well now. And I want to congratulate her and wish her a very happy Mother's Day. She's about 76 now.
Wow.
And she's so strong.
I see. Right,
So
Richard, you want, okay, so this is not usual though, but I would want to do that. You won yourself 2 hampers for your mom and your grandmother.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, I love the way you spoke about the 2 of them. But for me, they are 2 powerful women in your life. Take very good care of them. So please, pass by, drop your details with my producer and pass by to pick up the hamper for your grandmother and your mother. All right, so is this Mrs. Sadat I have online?
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. Sadat.
Yeah,
Happy Mother's Day.
Same to you.
Thank you so much for calling. You make me glow.
Yeah.
Mrs. Sadat, you still want to say, now, okay, so you want to say the message to your, the message you have for your mom, you want to say that yourself. Please go ahead.
I want to wish my mother, Fota Beshi, and my mother-in-law, Wasila Abdullah, happy Mother's Day. May God bless them and give them long life and prosperity.
Mrs. Sadat, thank you so much, and God bless you too. So, when are you dropping by to pick up your hamper?
I'll come.
As for you, you will come. Please, this time, I really hope you will come. Okay, right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Sadat. But of course, we also have Nana Asase, who is standing by with a very, very romantic special poem for all mothers, especially one that he wants to dedicate specially to my own mom, Auntie Jiffy, and of course to the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. So, Nana, please get yourself ready. my director wants to see you first in that small room before you come. So please do that quickly for me.
Whilst you're doing that, I'd like to just say
Yes.
to Mrs. Gladys Amediku, she lives in Kumasi, near the stadium.
Okay.
When I was in St. Louis Secondary School, I used to spend my midterms in her house, and she took very good care of me. So Auntie Gladys Amediku, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Mrs. Ejapon, who was my teacher in St. Louis Secondary School, in whose house I used to eat a lot of home-cooked food. My Ejapon, I want to greet you and wish you a happy Mother's Day. Vivian Sergio in Medina, and Auntie Paula for spending the day with me. Thank you.
The people she has mentioned, I don't know, when St. Louis, you celebrated your anniversary, the one I had the chance to be part.
Oh, that's the old students' dinner, yes, fundraising dinner dance, yes.
Okay. Yes. Did you have some of them passing through?
What
the names you mentioned?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Ejapon was there.
Yes,
yes. Mrs. Ejapon was there, Miss Lydia Pobi was there. Ma Lydia was there. Lydia say
a blessing in this.
They are. As children, you don't. Same with parents. Same with your parents. You don't appreciate them till you grow up. Then you realize that what they were teaching you was not because they despised you, but only because they wanted to set you, put your feet on the right track, so that when you grow up, you won't depart from it. You know, they meant well. They meant well. Ma Lydia. All the generation from the 80s, all of us, we appreciate you. We really, really do. Yes.
Well, very powerful. Yeah,
I remember now. Thank you for passing through to help us out.
You know, it's
St.
always
Louis
my
is grateful,
pleasure.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I still have more callers online. I have Steven. Hello, Steven. Thank you for calling us.
Good evening, madam.
Are you coming all the way from Bali?
Yes, that is Teslima.
I see. Okay, so let's hear what you have to say for the woman in your life.
Please, the woman who really groomed me is Miss Patient Gato. She is at OTC, that is Offensive Training College. Really, she's an ever, and I am a not, and that is Mobile Tribe. But this woman really picked me like her own destiny. Really, after the time I was looking for admission, she was really having two sons who completed secondary school, but she did not actually send any of them to administration for them to really consider them admitted. But I, who actually was not even part of the family, this woman really sent my name, and I can say I am proud of her. That is Mrs. Patient Gato and Mr. Joshua Gato. Both are based in Offensive Training College.
All right, Steven, thank you so much. I don't know when you intend to pick up, but please do drop by to pick up your hamper for your mom, okay? Thank you so much. So, Nana Sase is dropping by to just give us a poem specially designed for mothers. And Nana, you have very little time to do that. So, you just walk in, join us, and let's do this quickly. Sometimes I wish I could myself, you know, rattle some poems.
You can.
No, yes, join us.
You can.
Yeah, freestyle. Just join.
Evening.
Good evening again.
Yes. Again.
Like today, you and I were just finding the time to.
You see, we've just been coordinating our movements. Yeah.
Okay, Nana. So I have 2 minutes to wrap up. So I'll give 1 minute to you. And
1 minute to me.
Yes.
Exactly a minute.
Yes.
Okay. There is fire on the mountain. Let it cascade down the slopes and complete the harvest. The songs are ripe. Dip them into all our songs, and let us pack our rows of fodder to feed our hopes. The flute belongs to mother. The flute belongs to a goddess. Mother drama, supple beats, virgin beats, supple curves, stamping shadows. Writer king who sips communion wine from the calabash. I could only be my mother's son. Mrs. Esther Dia Uyinka. Ohima Ebinkao. Middle. Blessed Mother's Day. Yamisha. Mpeni bekam peninsem. Mofra betuan ansesem. Shadows would find their places on the walls. Medasi. 1 minute.
Nana, Yamisha.
We dedicate it also to Joyce Ayi.
Auntie
Joyce, yes. We dedicate that to you as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wish we really had more from you.
We'll come back. We'll be back.
Okay, so before I go, I have two more to say, but let me quickly listen to Zalia, who is on phone now. Hi, Zalia.
Hello.
Happy Mother's Day to you, Zalia.
It's the same to you. The same to you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Zalia, please pass by to pick up your hamper from Onga. Okay, so this is especially going to Lady. Lady, thank you so much for the moment you have spent with us here on the white carpet. And for that, I am giving you a treat at FC. So, Lady, please, I don't know when you're coming, but I need you to come to Accra by Wednesday. Come and pamper yourself. Come and spoil yourself. FC will make sure you enjoy that official treat. A small, you know, massage here at your feet and your fingers. You need them because after taking care of Becky is not simple to manage. If you have been able to manage Becky and the likes at home, you need this treat. And for you, Auntie Jiffy,
Your colleague who helping
Becky. She's Becky.
Ah.
Yes. So if
Happy Mother's Day, Becky.
she's the one I'm giving the treat to the mom. Auntie Jiffy, don't you deserve a treat yourself?
This is a treat. That I mean, I'm old but young, and yet you have celebrated me. That's a treat.
Yeah.
This is a treat.
Okay.
I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
Thank you. Nana Sase, I'm so grateful you made it, but we'll do this again. I didn't give you a seat today. Don't worry. Right. Thank you so much. And I have a lot of mothers I would want to say Happy Mother's Day too, but lest I don't leave out any, please take it from my heart that a Happy Mother's Day to you. I love you so much for all the time, and everybody of you. I love you. Thank you. My name again is Gladys Osei Oredu. It's been a pleasure coming your way with this special edition of Mama's Day celebration on the white carpet, made possible by Onga and FC. Thank you so much, Patricia, Abla, Miss Mo, Daniel Techi, David, who is screaming. Thank you so much for all your patience. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.